Hey guys, if you're wondering where we are, well, Pod's made its way down to the International Functional Fitness World Championships at Lee Valley, and we're scoping out the vendor village, and we want to just have a quick chat with a couple of the guys who have given their time and their expertise to make this event what it is. Rich Blunden here from Moduflex Custom RIGS. I believe you have been in charge of formulating the handstand walk platforms and the handstand push-up rigs, amongst other things. How's it going?
Really well.
going?
I'm really excited to be involved in an event as prestigious as the World Championships. And when Harry approached us and asked us to make the handstand obstacles, we jumped at the chance. We also sat down in Moduflex and had a little brainstorm about how we could come up with an obstacle for the teams where they could do deficit handstand press-ups whilst on the middle of the competition floor. And we came up with the deficit handstand walls.
So tell me a little bit about the company. Where did you come from and how have you developed?
Okay, Moduflex is a furniture and storage manufacturer based in Bristol. We manufacture in steel and in wood. And completely by accident, whilst doing our induction at our local gym, CrossFit Avon. Hi guys. My wife said to me, "You could make that rig, couldn't you?" And I said, "Yeah, easy, no problem." And the owner then approached us to make the rig for him. We did it, and we've gradually been trying to build the business up over the last year. We're about a year into it now. So we've started doing rigs. We've done quite a few rigs for athletes at their homes. The rig you see behind us is a replica of one we did for Laura Hughes for her home setup. And then we're looking at doing some rigs for commercial gyms as well. We've got projects in the pipeline for a few commercial rigs, and we can offer a full design and manufacture service as well as installation.
How on earth do you go from manufacturing furniture to manufacturing CrossFit rigs?
I think
it's kind of furniture, I guess.
Well, it is. I mean, a lot of the kit that we use to make the handstand ramps and the rigs is the same kit as we use to make furniture. It needs to be robust. It needs to be well made. It needs to be well manufactured. And as most CrossFitters know, once you sort of get bitten by the bug, it does take over your life a bit. So, we started to make the kit.
Tell me about this handstand ramp, because it's a little bit different from maybe what you've seen at the CrossFit Games. Today, our athletes are not using the parallel bars, but it's definitely something they're looking to incorporate in the future.
Possibly next year. So CrossFit or the iF3 are looking to improve the gymnastic standard of the CrossFitters and adding in
not
the
handstand functional fitness
athletes. Adding in the parallettes between. We just thought it would be a bit of fun. So we threw this in as a bit of fun. It has scared a few of the athletes today when they've walked onto the floor and thought they were using the parallettes. So they'll be happy to know they're not. So it came out of an Instagram post, and we sort of decided to make something that could be easily transportable. It wasn't too expensive really, because a lot of the kit that is used is quite pricey. So we thought we would make something it's affordable for all gyms. They fold up and stand upright, so they don't take up a lot of space. And really, I think as the industry moves into more of these sort of functional bodyweight movements, handstand, walking, that kind of thing, I think you'll see it more and more.
So what would one of these babies put you back?
We're selling these for $250 plus VAT, available, and they're in stock, can be shipped anywhere in the UK.
Good pitch. Are you off-selling the stuff that will be on the competition floor today?
Yeah, there's a few that have taken. There's still a few available that are being used on the competition floor. There's 12 ramps being used in the individual competition. So I think there's a couple left if anyone wants to pop down and pick one up.
Talk me through the differences of this kind of ramp compared to what we saw at the Games, because we've had a couple of athletes come up and have a look at it and say it's perhaps a bit squidgier from the plate ones they've been using at home, but a bit firmer than maybe the ones that we saw on the national stage in CrossFit.
The ones that were used at regionals earlier in the year were completely foam based. They are a bit softer, but they are a lot more expensive. These are made from an OSB board, and then we bond the foam to the top just to give you a little bit of protection if you do happen to land on your face or another body part. So it just gives a little bit of softness without being too squidgy that it's off-putting when you walk on it. I've seen a lot of people using plates and doors and things like that. From a safety point of view, this is obviously a better solution, but I would say that.
I'd love to see all the doors out on the floor.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Bring your door with you.
Yeah. What's been the reaction of the athletes who've given this a go so far?
Generally, they've really liked it. Now, some people say it's too hard, some people say it's too soft, but you're never going to please every athlete because they're all different and they all like their own individual thing. And again, if you want it without the foam, you can have it without the foam. That's why we try and customise all of our products for each and every athlete.
Talk to me about customisation then. So
Sure.
Should an athlete want to create something to a specification,
Yep.
how would you go about working with them to achieve that?
What we try and do is open up a dialogue, have a conversation, ask them what they want, what their specific requirements are. For example, if I use the Laura Hughes one, she's got the rig same as this in her garage, but she wanted the bars completely uncoated. She didn't want any coating on them. So we painted the uprights and then left all the pull-up bars as natural finished steel. So they will change and corrode over time and you'll get a little bit of movement, but that was what she wanted. We can also specify the diameter of the tube. Some athletes will prefer a narrower, some will prefer a thicker. So we sent samples of the different diameter tubes, different finishes. We then carried on the conversation, designed exactly what she wanted for her preferences, and that was exactly how we try and go about every project that we undertake.
Okay, so something I never knew before, there are different types of steel or different types of coat of steel?
Yeah,
so what are the options if someone was looking to purchase it?
So one of the major American manufacturers produce a bar which is completely uncoated, so it will change over time and you'll get some sort of surface corrosion on it. We've also got various different grades of powder coating, so you can have a shinier finish, a matter finish. We've gone for one on this rig which is a textured finish, so we think it offers the best combination of durability and grip. Some people will like it, some people won't. It's a lot of it is personal taste. Some athletes will put tape over the bar, so they'll prefer a thinner bar. They can then tape up to make it a little bit thicker. And the whole, it's like shoes. Some people will wear a brand of shoes because they feel more comfortable. And what we want to do is make the equipment to suit what you want.
10-minute warning. Event one's going to kick off. The other big piece of kit that you made for this particular event was the deficit handstand rig. Yeah. Now, that's something that actually I haven't really seen because most people would use parallel bars, right? So this is a kind of a slightly new concept to this element of competition.
Well, we made the handstand deficit wall so it could be used in the middle of a competition floor. We appreciate most boxes are going to have a wall that they can do handstand push-ups against, and if they're going to create a deficit, they can use a stack of plates. What we're also going to do is we're going to produce the deficit section with an adjustable deficit, which they can use against the wall. So they don't have to buy the whole wall, they can just buy the bit in front. Yeah,
because let's be honest, I am not making that 20 inches. Like, not a chance.
It's a long way down, isn't it? So
it is. How's the sales in terms of these kind of things going? Because you're obviously still quite new in the scheme of things, and you're up against some massive competitors in England and abroad.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself fitting into the market?
We're very new to the market, and obviously this event is going to give us exposure. And we have really kept this under wraps until this event. But now the products are out there. Obviously, we're here all weekend. We're here till Sunday. Come down and have a look. We've got a handstand ramp on the walls. So you can come and have a go on it. We've got the ramp with the parallettes. You can have a play if you feel like it. Just come and have a look at our stuff. You can appreciate the quality. A lot of times when people buy things from the internet, you're not always sure what the quality is going to be like. And one of the things that we want is people to come and have a look at the quality of the stuff that we're making, because it is good quality.
So you are a CrossFitter, so you've probably had a good go on some of these pieces of kit yourself.
Yeah, I've tried.
How do you think athletes should be approaching, let's start with the handstand walk, how should they be approaching this piece of kit?
I think from an athlete's point of view, I think slow and steady. Don't try and go too quick. And I think they've all started to practice on their various bits of kit, but I think you have to approach it very methodically with a plan. Don't try and go too fast, especially downwards. I think that can often cause a few problems.
and the handstand, the deficit handstand, because I think that will blow out people.
I think that's
pretty
going to.
fast.
I mean, that's a big deficit there. I think that's going to get quite tricky. I think again, just trying to break it down into smaller steps. It's quite, people getting up onto it initially because the handstand position is that much higher in the air. I think that throws people off a little bit. But yeah, break it up, I would say.